All right, you guys are on.
Good morning. I am here today with Kirk Barton. Tell me about your insurance agency first and foremost.
Well, we've been here for 27 years serving the
It's a whole
community.
lifetime.
A lifetime. And we do insurance, every kind, and financial services.
Well, thank you for being on the show today. We're here to represent Mohave Sunrise Rotary. We love it. We're part of it. You're the president of it.
And you're the incoming president.
I knew. He's been waiting for like 2 years to get me to say yes to
Yes, and we finally did.
Well, the great part of it is in those 2 years, I realized that the fear of standing alone as a president doesn't happen because nobody stands alone in our
It
club.
doesn't. Our group, everybody supports each other.
Yeah.
Even the executive board's there to always help you.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk a little bit about really what Mohave Sunrise Rotary does. So if you have any questions, when we do our golf tournaments, when we do our bingo nights, where does that money go? What happens with it? Why are you guys always asking me for money?
Because it all goes back to our community, especially the youth of our community. Like our bingo goes to the schools. Our golf tournament goes to the children underprivileged that may not have a chance to get to college, but with a little help, they'll get there and get an education.
Yeah, the scholarship program is very, very amazing and cool. I've been been on that.
You were the chair this
Yeah,
year.
for this will be my third year, and it's so near and dear to my heart.
It is.
And it is life changing for these kids. Like you said, every little penny helps when you're.
It does. There's kids that with the little help would be able to go, whatever the case may be, they're not going. And we're helping better another child's life.
Yeah, this last year we did over $7,000.
Yes, and we've done almost 100,000 over the years. Yeah.
So amazing. So again, really, Mohave Sunrise Rotary is there for the kids, the youth of the community itself. We all do really well with showing up to all the community events as well. You'll see a ton of us out there. That just kind of happens, huh?
It is. We're about 50 members strong, and we get about 50 members participating every time. So
I
it's
like
great.
to talk about us being people of action
We are.
because it's true.
Somebody puts a thought in somebody's brain, somebody takes it and runs with it and makes it happen. And that's what's
Yeah.
great about this group.
Let's just talk about the Santa, Mr. and Mrs. Claus, this last weekend. It was amazing.
Yes, and it was. And a lot of kids out in the valley that otherwise couldn't get into town to see Santa were able to go into their own neighborhood and see Santa. And that was a great idea put together by Media's Army at Fairway.
And he, as we know, he's a huge leader in this town.
Oh, he's a rock star.
Jeff, can you show the picture of the Christmas? It's all of us from the Christmas event. It has the wreath around it. So that was just a few of us that showed up. There was actually ended up being a lot more. But basically, Medi set up for Santa. Care Flight brought Santa in, and the kids of the community got to come and take a picture. We had hot dogs, music. I mean, just
Fun
it was
day.
like picture perfect.
It was.
The wind even stopped for us. Let's be honest. That was pretty cool.
Even God helps and participates with us.
Thank goodness gracious. I mean, none of us talked about the W while we were there. We had our great Anita Hall.
Yes.
She sung Christmas carols the whole time.
Just an amazing voice. Wow.
To die for. You kind of get a glimpse of her, but when you see her in action like that, it was like, wow.
I know. She wows you. Get goosebumps sometimes when she sings.
Yes, yes. So we also did the Heroes at Sunrise Veteran Breakfast. We just started that this year. Can we talk a little bit about that? I mean, how amazing was that?
We did. We wanted something to honor our veterans. And so we did a breakfast and invited them and supplied them with breakfast and acknowledgement and an opportunity to share their story.
It was, we had Desert Star.
The chorus. Yes.
They were amazing.
Yes.
Anita sang, they sang. We, the veterans got a chance to speak if they chose to.
Yeah, we even had some dignitaries that showed up for it to enjoy
Well,
it.
the tables were set beautifully. It just was.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Really continuously finding new ways to help and give back to the community, I think, is kind of what our club's about as well.
That is the heart and soul of our club, is to what can we do to help better our community and give back.
Let's talk about our golf tournament. So that's one that's been a while. That's your baby.
That is, and we're coming up on our 8th annual golf tournament, which will be held at Los Lagos Golf Course on March 2nd. We the money from that golf tournament strictly goes into scholarships for kids in our community. The ones that can't go anywhere don't get a scholarship, but if they had some help, would go to college. So we set up a program with MCC to get them and give them an opportunity to get an education so they can better themselves.
Yeah, it's been really nice, again, to be a part of that and to see, you get to change their faces. Sometimes I think the kids feel like they're a little bit alone. And
Yes.
when they get to come and, sit with us, and I think they feel like they're not.
No, and when they do come and they get acknowledged for the scholarship, just the look and the appreciation on their face that there was actually somebody out there that cared about us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what other pictures we got, Jeff. So this is one that I got to be a part of, and this is the Interact group. So basically, we as Rotarians encourage the younger kids to get involved. We have 3 going. Desert Star has one, Bullhead Junior High, Mohave Valley Junior High, River Valley,
Young Scholars.
Young Scholars. So we,
And Needles.
and Needles, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few.
Yeah, we added 2 Interacts this year, which is great. So we got,
Yeah.
and we like to help and give, but we like to bring them in to work side by side with us to teach them how to give back to the community, is what the Blanket Project did.
Yes. It's really cool. I mean, again, when you get to go in and kind of get into the kids' minds and give them a different view, a lot of them have parents that volunteer, but a lot of them that don't. So I think that that's kind of where we get to be great examples of how and why. And I always talk to them about the fact that we have a lot of big business men and women in our club that you might think only donate money because they can or they have it. But the truth of the matter is they're actually boots in the dirt too and on the ground with all of us.
Absolutely. Maddie Azarmi, Matt Hanran are just great examples of that.
Agreed. They were, I'll talk about this one. This is the Margarita Fest. How many years have we won it?
3 or 4 in a row now. we like our margaritas.
You really know how to make a margarita.
So on top of being people of action, we also like to have a great time.
Yes, we do. It's never a dull moment.
No. We also do the cornhole tournament. So one of the other things that we do yearly is the cornhole tournament, and that's really successful and a fun time for everybody.
It is, and it's an opportunity to utilize the park that we as a group have helped build. We as a group help maintain just by private donations and by the Rotarians that get out there and work and the Interact that shows up and help us with it. So it's become a thing that everybody looks for.
Yes. Jeff, can you show the picture of the flag? That's a few from the park. So we were just able to get the big, beautiful flag up, and our Rotary. Look how little our Rotary looks to the big, gigantic flag.
Doesn't seem fair.
No. So that is the
shouldn't be any other way.
Mohave Valley, Fort Mohave Community Park down
Yes.
behind River Valley. There should be a few more of the guys working out there. So we usually do park days. Actually, Desert Star has been really great about going out and
Yes.
kind of taking some extra step. Mohave, the Little League has been
Little
really
League,
stepped up with
Young
that as well.
Scholars, and we have other people that want to come on board, and usually we'll have a cleanup day where you'll get about anywhere from 100, 200 people just
Yeah.
out there to take care of a park.
We should probably throw in Chip Sherrill's name. He does
Absolutely.
a lot with giving land. And again, he's another one that you would just assume just kind of, does what he can financially because that's so important. But he is also one that you'll see out there,
He
putting
is. He is. He'll be out there with his tractor. His family is the one that donated the land so the kids could have a nice,
Yeah.
positive place to go play.
Tri-State Wi-Fi. They're amazing. They do a lot of donating in the community as well as give us Wi-Fi for the park, right?
Yes, they do. And so does Redmond Construction.
Redmond Construction. He is
He
always
is.
around.
He is. When there's
Yes.
repairs that need to be done, his crew is out there every time.
Yes.
So,
oh my gosh.
yes.
Again, it just, it's heartwarming. It's, I think I'm in quite a few clubs, and I think that is why our club is so outstanding to me is really that everyone pitches in to the best of
Everybody.
their ability, and that's the nice thing too.
Yes.
We know, people have busy lives and there's a lot of things to do, but if you're looking for a club that you want to come and be able to give your best foot forward when you can, and you don't maybe always have so much time, that can be worked around too.
It is, and I've said this as president over and over. it's a melting pot of different people that just come together and blend for one cause, and that's our community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really all goes back. I mean, it's just
Anita
I love
Bray
it.
from Tri-State Wi-Fi is in the channel.
Anita.
You were talking about him.
Yes, we were. Great donators to the community. It just is never ending. Can we talk maybe about who's already donated for the?
Yeah. Our major sponsors for the golf tournament this year are Tri-State Wi-Fi,
Yay!
Dot Foods,
Let's go.
who's always helping our community,
Very big, yes.
Breezy Air,
We love her.
yeah, she's awesome,
She's our little family.
and some insurance company here in town.
Some insurance. Maybe Kirk Barton's Farmers. Yeah, look at him.
Farmers.
And then our bronze sponsors are Barron's Pest Control, who
Barron.
contributes a lot to this community.
Always shows up.
Ace Moving, so if you ever need anything moved, call Ace Moving.
Nice.
Mohave Shred, who's always been a great partner with us. Arizona Financial Credit Union, Redmond Construction,
Let's go.
Goliath Industries. If you need a gun, that's the place to go. And then Fairway Village Estates. And our hole-in-one sponsor is none other than Finley!
Yay.
Always a good time over at that hole, too. Hopefully you win a car.
And then our advertising sponsors are Murphy Broadcasting and Mohave Valley Daily News.
So Murphy Broadcasting, Dom is in our club as well. They do a
Yes.
lot with the bingo night. Again, you know, a lot of selfless hours go into these events.
And if you have not been to one of our bingo nights at Los Lagos Golf Course, you're missing a
missing out.
really good time. It's so popular, we had to add a fifth date for the year.
And more,
Look at us.
more margaritas.
Oh, yeah.
Well, honestly, we went Mojave Valley Junior High, AOBI, Desert Star, Mojave Sunrise. We've all been able to take, put on these bingo nights, and really giving out more than $10,000 per bingo night is being raised, really by people from the community showing up for these events.
Yeah. First one went to Mojave Valley Junior High when they were doing their
innovation lab.
Their
We were
innovation
so
lab.
impressed by their, they did their ribbon cutting,
Yes,
remember? Or
yes.
was it ribbon cutting?
Yeah.
And we were all just in awe
Yeah, for that drone
of what
program.
was being accomplished.
And that was the first one. We donated $10,000 to them.
Yeah, and that was our very first one.
First one.
I mean, my goodness.
And each one keeps getting bigger and bigger. And actually, we're going to have to move out into the patio area eventually. That's how popular it is.
It's very exciting.
It is.
And again, it all goes back, to the elected place, which is all really based around children.
Yeah, we've been able to donate to Desert Star Academy Building Industry. And our next one is going to be for Young Scholars Academy.
Let's go.
Help kids go to Washington, D.C. and see our capital.
We should give Rebecca a good shout out. She runs their Interact program over there, and they've been doing a lot with giving food, helping the free food lines and doing those kinds of things. The Kick for Kids.
And they just had a program where they raised shoes to give to the needy.
Yes, that's another thing that Mohave Sunrise Rotary is great about. When people come in to and get to speak about a need that they have, there's usually some kind of action happens, whether
Absolutely.
it's a donation from the community, from the club,